I'm going to show you an incredible trick, transforming this old, seemingly useless Wi-Fi router into a powerful high-definition TV antenna. I'll need to open it up to access the internal components, so I'm removing the screws on the back. Once the screws are out, I'll use a plastic prying tool to carefully pop open the casing without damaging the delicate board inside. Now that the casing is open, you can see the main circuit board. I'm focusing on the connections for the original Wi-Fi antennas. I will use a soldering iron to carefully solder tin onto the existing small antenna wires, as it will be much more reliable for receiving television signals. Next, I'm taking a piece of red wire. I will strip the insulation from the red wire to expose the copper wire and then tin it first. This will make it much easier to attach to the board. Leave a comment and let me know which country you are watching from. It's great that we can connect and chat from all over the world. Now, I'll carefully solder this red wire to one of the original antenna connection pads. This will serve as one half of our new signal receiver. I'll repeat the process with a blue wire, stripping the insulation, tinning it, and then soldering this blue wire to the second antenna connection pad on the circuit board. These two wires will act as a new internal dipole antenna to effectively pick up broadcast signals. To ensure these new connections are secure and won't break off when we reassemble everything, I'm applying a generous amount of hot glue over the solder joints. This acts as a stress relief and prevents short circuits. Now, I need a way to route these new wires outside the casing. I'm using my soldering iron to easily melt a small hole in the casing, and then I'll use a utility knife to clean up the edges so the wires won't snag. I'll carefully thread the red and blue wires through the hole I just made in the casing. Once the wires are pulled through, I can correctly position the circuit board back into its original place and snap the casing back together. If you find this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any interesting ideas coming soon. I'll secure the casing by putting the screws back in. It's starting to look like a router again, but with a completely new function hiding inside. I'll strip a small section of insulation off the ends of the exposed red and blue wires to prepare them for the next crucial connection. This is a standard coaxial splitter. I'm going to take the stripped ends of our red and blue wires and insert them into the core connections of the two output ports on the splitter. This component is essential for combining the signals picked up by our internal wires. To keep these wires firmly in place inside the splitter, I'm filling the ports with hot glue. Once that's set, I'll apply some hot glue to the back of the splitter itself and stick it right onto the top of our router casing. This keeps the whole setup compact and tidy. And there's the main unit, fully assembled and ready to receive over-the-air signals. To connect this to the TV, I need a coaxial cable. I'm taking a length of cable, stripping the outer jacket and the dielectric to expose the copper core and the shielding. Then I'll twist on a standard F-type connector, making sure the shielding makes good contact with the connector body to prevent signal loss. I'll securely screw this end of the newly prepared coaxial cable into the single input port of the splitter we mounted on the router. Now for the other end of the cable. I'll strip it just like before, but this time I'm attaching a right angle F connector. I'm using this specific connector because it plugs directly into the antenna input on the back of most televisions easily. The build is officially complete. We have our repurposed router antenna connected to our custom coaxial cable. Let's see if this actually works. As you can see, right now the TV has absolutely no signal. It's just a blank screen. I'll go behind the TV and plug our new creation in. Look at that. Instantly, we have a crystal clear, high-definition picture. The signal is incredibly strong and the image quality is perfect. I'm using the remote to quickly cycle through some channels. Notice how smoothly it switches and how incredibly clear the picture is, even on channels that were previously unavailable or fuzzy. Let me show you again just to be sure. I've disconnected it, and the signal drops immediately. Now, I'll plug our homemade antenna cable back into the coaxial input on the TV. We are pulling in all these digital channels using nothing but an old router and some scrap wire. This DIY device proves that with a little creativity, you can achieve amazing things and even save money on cable. The channel surfing is smooth, and every station is coming in incredibly sharp. If you enjoyed this project and found it inspiring, please give this video a big thumbs up, share it with your friends, and leave a comment below telling me what other unexpected things you've upcycled. Don't forget to subscribe for more fantastic DIY ideas. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.